I still don't know. I keep hitting the fade button. It don't work. But anyway, still working on
You're
that.
the intro.
I can't get it. I just killed the intro, man. I killed it. Welcome, everybody, to Bones Unfiltered podcast. I'm your host, Bones. Today, we are starting our third um, podcast. It's called Off the Beaten Path. This one is kind of going to be set up for a hodgepodge of just whatever you want to talk about. So we're really excited to have Wolf as the first episode of the first season of the Off the Beaten Path podcast. She has been in the podcast journey for, as well as she's fixing to do some stuff on Amazon TV and stuff, which we're going to get her to talk about here shortly. But she has been on this journey for a long time. She's done a ton of interviews. I'll let her give you the actual statistics because I don't remember off the top of my head. But no one has ever interviewed her, so I am privileged that I get to be the first one, and she gets to be the first episode on the newest installment to make that achievement for Buzzsprout having 3 podcasts. So welcome, Wolf, to the Off the Beaten Path version. Thank you so much for being numero uno on this third installment of the Bones Unfiltered podcast. Welcome.
Oh, more than welcome.
We are Oh, it's that damn gate, isn't it? I was like,
Well, that's
I was like, what the hell is that sound?
I figure I'd leave the sound effects in here.
Well, everybody, we're going to get into the story of Wolf. Her story is actually, you're going to find as we unravel this, she's been through a lot of trials and tribulations with this. I mean, she has spent time, her and her precious pup has spent time living in the car to try to make success out of the podcasting. She's currently in St. Louis, Missouri, originated from the Ohio area, moved to Kentucky for like 2.5 seconds, then left and went to St. Louis. Why? Because she's doing content building, because she is going to be starting this TV show as well that she'll have on host on Amazon. That pretty much, for the most part, she dabbles in anything. However, her main focus, as well as mine, is kind of like the music edition. She does the same thing, so tries to help new artists be seen and recognized. So, Wolf, if you would kind of tell everybody how you got your start and what propelled you to want to try to start doing this podcasting, and when exactly did you start? Like, how long have you been doing it overall?
I actually started when COVID hit.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yes. I was working at Dollar General, and we put the plexiglass up, to keep people away from us, so we okay and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm standing there at Dollar General and I'm cashing people out. I was in Texas at the time, and I'm trying to figure out what I really contemplated what I was going to do with my life. And I was like, I really like the musicians. I like going to bands and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, now the bands can't go to the bars because the bars are closed. So I was like, well, what can I do to help these artists out to get them out there? And that's where I came up with the podcasting. And I was like, well, maybe if I go to the bars and video them live, I can actually get them out there that way. But I didn't go as far as that. I started the podcasting, and then of course, things started opening back up, and so needless to say, I stuck with the podcasting, and I've interviewed, good Lord, I've interviewed over 2,000 artists. And not just artists either. I've interviewed upcoming businesses. I've interviewed authors, anybody that's trying to get anything started. But yeah, I'm just eager to do interview anybody at this point. But yeah, I mean, but I usually focus on just the music.
Right. Now, this was a picture. I found this is a rare photo of Wolf when she first started pondering her dreams of being the major podcaster. And there she is. So cute, looking off into the distance, just thinking of all the fun she's going to have doing her podcasting when she got a little wee bit older. Just wanted to throw that in there. I thought it was a cute little photo. I was like, oh, look at baby Wolf right there, baby Wolf.
Yeah, when you said you found pictures, I was like, oh God, what pictures did you find?
I tell you what, your Facebook Jiminy Christmas. It'd take a month of Sundays to go through that thing.
I tell you what, though, and that's why I freaked out when I actually got blocked out of it. Remember, I was like freaking out because all my stuff is on there.
Yeah, your whole you definitely have a lot of shit on both. That is for sure.
I'm telling you.
Now, one thing I didn't know about you, which I did find was kind of interesting.
Oh boy.
Because my son Brandon, the handicap one, is just like you in this regards. He is a very big Steelers fan.
Yep.
And my son loves the Steelers. Well, apparently so does Wolf.
Yes, I do.
And your second favorite looked like it was the Kansas City Chiefs, but I could be wrong.
No, yeah, the second favorite is Kansas City Chiefs. Yes,
I know she had one picture on there that made me do this. And it was the Kansas City Chiefs. She said, beat the Bengals. And I was like, oh, hell no. Can't be beating the Bengals, man. It's the motherfucking Bengals. I love my motherfucking Bengals, man. But I thought it was cute when I saw that because I was like, wow, because Brandon he's obsessed with the Steelers. And the funny thing is, I really don't know why. I don't know why he picked him, but it was kind of like Kyle Busch. Why he chose Kyle Busch to be his favorite NASCAR driver, I don't know, but he loved Kyle Busch, and of course, that was a tragic end. But Wolf had, she definitely has a lot of different photos, as you can see here. She's got a lot of cool photos of different Steelers pictures. Or now, did you make these, or were these just some that you found already online that you were like, heck,
yeah, I just found those online. I didn't make those. That was back before AIA existed.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Now, I thought this one right here, this Steelers was pretty badass.
Yeah,
the
that
Optimus
is.
Prime. That's pretty.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass, to say the least.
I actually have a Optimus Prime. He's about this tall, and you could bend him.
Oh, really? So
yes.
he's completely rubberized.
No, he's plastic.
So he's plastic. He's just got bendable joints.
Yeah, it's a big collector's thing that Steelers was giving out, and he's bendable. So you could actually bend him to sit up on something or stand up or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Kind of cool.
That's cool as shit. And then this one was I thought this one was pretty badass. This would be very Halloweenish.
Yeah, Chucky. Yeah, okay. That's a mixture. That's a mixture of my two favorite things. I love horror movies and I love Steelers. So.
Oh, so that was your day to both.
Yeah,
and that turned out pretty badass.
Mixture. Yeah, because I love Chucky's probably one of my favorites. It's kind of mixed. Like, I love Scream, I love Chucky, I love Jason, I like all of them.
Yeah, I do too. I like the I got a cool like stainless steel mug like this that's got it's got not all of them, but it's a huge amount of them like sectioned off each one as you go around the cup. It's pretty much got all the classics, your Freddy Kruegers and all that shit. But this is what started her logos, I would assume, or at least this image, the wolf. Now, why did you choose the wolf?
I don't know. I've always been a wolf ever since I was born. I mean, I love wolves. They're gorgeous. I just think they're gorgeous. Like, I don't know, something about them. I've stuck with a wolf ever since I was little. Like, I love wolves, and then that's how I became named the wolf.
Hey, it's funny. I mean, Logan, my youngest boy, he loves wolves too. I like wolves, not as much as you. I mean, as you're going to see, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm just going to give you a sample here as we go along of the different logos she's got, but her logos are just badass,
Well,
and the way
if
she
you dabbled,
incorporates the wolf.
if you dabbled in my Facebook, you would see that I have several wolf tattoos.
Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely have several of those. Now, and again, is there any backstories other than the fact that you just love wolves? Why you got those tattoos?
No, I just love wolves.
So you just got it because that's just your thing,
That's
and
my
she definitely does for sure. That's for sure.
yeah. I have almost 30 tattoos.
No shit, I didn't know you had that many.
Yeah.
Hell, you got more than I do. I've got a bunch, but I don't think I'm not quite to 30. And it's been a while since I've done it.
I'm ready to get another one. I love.
I'm ready to do one with the missus too. She,
I haven't had one.
she loves turtles, so we thought about doing some type of sea turtle or some turtle tattoo. And
I
I was like,
haven't
well,
had one
why
in like 5 years, and I'm due for another one.
I it's probably been every bit of that long since I've got one. If not, yeah, it's probably been about the same. So yeah, I'm kind of jonesing too. It'd be nice to get something different.
Ink
But
is
gotta wait.
addictive. Ink is
Oh hell
definitely
yeah,
it is addictive.
you ain't wrong there. So, ladies and gentlemen, just so you can know, as well as we're going to talk more about it, but I want everybody to see her logo. This is the Wolf Talk logo. I mean, that's badass.
I
Um,
love it.
and that is one logo that you can look for to find her stuff on social media, and
That is
I just love that.
that is definitely AI created.
Oh yeah, I tell you what though, AI. I mean, it's scary, but it scares me because of, well, what's that hold for the future? Now, it's not really gonna probably affect me by the time shit really drastically changes with AI. I'll either be dead or I sure as hell won't be doing nothing. I'll be just sitting around. So probably won't really affect me, but it does make you wonder about children or grandchildren, stuff like that. It's like what kind of life are they gonna have once AI, because AI is exploding, and eventually they're gonna use AI to take it's gonna take so many jobs, I think. And that scares me, for our future. Like I say, it probably ain't gonna affect me much, but
They
it would.
they can take door dashing.
Hmm. Well, and speaking of door dashing, to explain to everybody kind of what you're talking about there. Like, well, I'll tell you what, let's start here. Obviously, we spoke about how you were from Ohio and you've
Right.
lived there. Then she did move, and I said 1.5 seconds or whatever is what she lived in Kentucky, because she wasn't there very long. But the reason it is the gears changed. And when it did, she's like, "Hey, I'm going to go to St. Louis for not quite a year. You've been down there several months. She wants to get content, and the goal is her to be back in Kentucky this year at some point in time." But explain to everybody, like, what, in your words, like, what prompted you to want to go? Where did you speak to certain people? Why did you choose St. Louis? Let's kind of unpack the St. Louis experience.
Okay. Well, St. Louis was open up to my eyes. I was talking to an artist, like one of the people that I've interviewed. His name is October Sky. He introduced me to somebody that like introduced me to a whole new world.
Hmm.
So after Christmas, I came up here to St. Louis, and I met up with Big Lou. Shout out to Big Lou. He's a great he does everything here except work on cars. He's actually my number one episode on my show coming out. Um, this man, not only does he DJ, he does websites, he has his own studio, he makes beats, he does all that shit. He does everything.
Right.
And he actually introduced me to a whole new life. No joke. and he introduced me to a lot of people that are just so amazing, great, talented. Um, I mean, I already knew one person that lived here. His name is Murder Savage. He had came to Ohio to one of my shows, um, and I'm telling you what, it was a great experience. And once I found out what was here, I had left, and of course, I stopped in Indiana to interview James Luker. He's also on my show. I think he's the fourth show. Great country artist. He's going to be successful. And then of course I went home. But yeah, I came back because my girl was busy with some things at home, and I told her, I said, well, do you care if I go up to St. Louis for the summer so that way I could get stuff started for my show? And she said, well, it'd be perfect timing because I'm going to be busy, so I'm not going to really have, much time to spend with you. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'm going. And I did. I came up here. So when I got here, of course, the hotel's stay here was a little more expensive than Ohio or Kentucky. And I just chose to live in my car and get a job and save up the money so that way when I go back to Kentucky, I'll have money to get a place. So,
nice.
Yeah, I just chose to stay in the car.
And that's got to be rough. I mean, number one, you're in a completely new city. You have very few people that are actually in that city that you can trust to help you out. And then you're having to stay in your car because, up until she started door dashing, which is kind of the joke she mentioned earlier about hey, I could have that shit. But that's what she's had to been doing here recently in order to get an occasional night stay in a hotel or whatnot. And that just shows right there that this whole podcasting stuff, as well as other stuff. I mean, hell, even your up and coming musicians. I mean, you have to try different things and look at different ways of doing stuff. And sometimes there's a lot of sacrifice with that. And she is doing the ultimate sacrifice. Because if I can tell you, if my old ass, if I had to sleep in my car to make this happen, there wouldn't be no fucking podcast. I'll tell you that. Because I'm like, nope, I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, no, So that she is someone that has severe drive and dedication. If you're willing to sleep in your own fucking car in a city far, far away from where you are from as well, and you've got no real backup besides that sweet puppy she's got in the car with her. That's her only constant. So I have to tip my hat to you. I think it shows a lot about your character and your drive to succeed. Because I wouldn't do it.
Well, good thing Denny's is very nice. They didn't tell me because I'm just not the only one that stays in my car here. There's like 3 of us here.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, there's about 3 of us. And yeah, it's they don't
Uh-oh.
care. They really don't care. They got a big enough parking lot. They don't care. Windows open to make sure that everybody's okay and nobody's messing with anybody.
Well, that's cool that the business allows you. They're not going to be calling law enforcement on you and whatnot, so you can.
Oh
do
no!
that.
And actually, believe it or not, there's about 3 tours during the night. Because I've been up at all hours of the night at some point, and there's like 3 tours that cops come in here and they drive around Denny's and the hotel and they go back out. So they want to make sure that everything's cool in the in the area as well. So I mean, I'm in a good spot, and this is definitely home for me for right now. It's not as hard as you think. At first it was rough.
Yeah.
Because obviously all I was doing was sitting and DoorDash, and of course, I'm going to tell you, I had issues on my sitting my butt, and you've seen the picture, but of course we're not going to show it. But I had actually bad sores on my butt because that's all I was doing was sitting. But luckily I got a job and I'm not on my butt as much. So that's definitely helpful.
Yeah, and she did. Speaking of the job, yeah, the she got a job at it's Red X factory. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's called Reckitt. They make they're the main producers of the Lysol wipes and Lysol spray and that kind of sort of thing. Like that spray Resolve, we make that too. We also make Rid-X. Uh, that's the part that I'm in, is the Rid-X department.
Right. And here's a picture of Wolf. This is her action photo. Sugar.
Yes, that's what
She
I have to wear in the Rid-X, because it's, as you all know, Rid-X is that stuff that cleans out your sewer system, and it's a powder, and they don't want you breathing it in.
Yeah, that would not be good. But boy, I bet that's hot in that level B suit, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's actually it pushes out air into your face. It gives you oxygen, so it's like a cool air.
Now, do you wear is it like an electronic, like almost like a canister, or do you actually have to have a actual air pack, like a SCBA pack on your back in that
Well,
suit?
yeah, we have to have the pack, but they have some of the people have it to where you wear it like a backpack. Other people have it to where you strap it around your waist.
Oh, so it's kind of a smaller unit.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not like the big SCBA tanks like you would see like a scuba diver, like Scuba Steve wearing on his back.
No, no, no,
It's
no,
not
no.
something like that. Okay,
Believe it or not, when I put that on, I feel like I'm part of the Ghostbusters.
because I can see. Well, yeah, I guess when I first saw that, I couldn't tell if this thing was a mask that went over your face. Which
Yeah,
it was
it's
kind of
just a
hard to
mask,
tell.
and it has the little the little flap around the side to cover you, so that way, if any of the powder, because it, believe it or not, that stuff is in the air when you go in there, because all the machines and stuff. So
Hmm.
it's in the air, and like I said, they don't want you to breathe it, so that's why they have it. And it, that way, if it falls down, it's past your face.
Oh, gotcha. Now, how long do you have to be in that until they don it for like breaks and stuff? Like, do you have to literally wear that from the time you clock in except on breaks, all the way through your entire shift, or are there areas where you have to work there that you don't have to worry about the dust in that specific area, so you don't have to wear that?
Um, if I'm in the red X session, you always have to wear that except for breaks.
Hmm.
The only time that I don't have to wear it during the whole shift is if we don't have enough people to run the line. Then we get taken to a different line. That
Hmm.
that that then I don't wear it. That's the only line that my line is the only where I have to wear that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's interesting. And I know she worked hard to get on that. I mean, she had to wait a while too. I mean, that's again, I talk to her daily, and I mean, this just hearing her talk throughout this time that she's been down there, especially before she landed that job, like the waiting process, and I mean, it was a lot of frustrating nights for
it
her.
was
I mean, like,
5 weeks. It was 5 weeks.
God, 5 weeks. And
Hmm.
5 weeks of living in the car a lot. I mean, yeah, she every now and again she'd get the hotel, but again, she had to DoorDash. What she had to DoorDash for every day, she had to DoorDash. Definitely had to eat, But then secondary, it's every now and again. It's like, okay, well, I need to shower. I'm going to sleep in a bed tonight. So then she just pay for one night, and then she's back in the car for a
Yep.
couple days
Yep.
just to try to make that work. That way, she wasn't spending all the money she was making DoorDash and just
Oh
feel
no,
like she was hung in a rut,
yeah. I mean, I still had bills to pay. I still had, like I said, um, like you said, gas, food. Uh, Pretty much, I just had to door. I was door dashing all day long, trying to get things to meet, and that's where my source came from. Getting
Yeah.
out of the car and being in my car nonstop, and it was bad. I mean, it came to the point where um, I thought, and I don't care if you say it, if I say this or not in your podcast, but I mean, my sores were so bad and so infected that I literally went to the restroom and the whole toilet seat was bloody. The seat not inside the toilet, but the seat itself was bloody. And it
Yeah.
was because my sores, and it was very painful. I mean, at one point, I stayed up crying a
Oh,
couple nights
I bet it was
because
because it's just like bed sores you see on elderly and in
yeah, I
nursing
couldn't,
homes and stuff. I mean, they
I,
get nasty. I mean, it's
I,
bad.
yeah, it was bad. Like, I mean, the seat was super bloody. I had blood everywhere, and
Nope, sorry. I thought
no,
I
no, you're
muted that.
fine. But yeah,
Uh,
everything was bloody, and I mean, I couldn't get comfortable to save my life, no matter what position I put myself in. Some nights I didn't even sleep at all because it hurt so bad. And like I said, luckily I got this job to where I could be out of the car for a little bit, so it saves my butt.
no, hell yeah. Absolutely. Well, and another thing you got to run the risk of, which the good thing about door dashing is it prompts you to, you have to get up. So you have to get out. You have to at least go and to drop something off somewhere. But another thing too is, sitting in cars like that all the time, you got to worry about it. Blood clots and shit you can get in your legs and whatnot because of that constant pressure, which is obviously what caused the bed sores. But that just shows that, what she's trying to struggle through to make this podcast work. And then, of course, then you came up with this new vision, which is why you're in St. Louis, which is the TV aspects of it. So, kind of break down and tell everybody a little bit about number one, what prompted you to want to switch gears to that, and what exactly does that entail versus your podcasting?
Well, I don't know exactly why it prompted me. I just know I put it up on Patreon. Of course, nobody really watches Patreon. So I started thinking, well, what if, well, I created, what I do is I take take a performance, 3, 4 song, 5 song performance, whatever, from the artist. And then I take the interview and then I edit it and put it into a TV show. And like I said, I put it on Patreon, and like nobody watches that. So I was like, well, my good friend here in St. Louis, Buff Gouda, he is the main producer and creator of Hustle City, and he actually told me how to get it up on Amazon Prime. And that's when I decided, well, I'm just going to put it on TV because I know everybody has Amazon. Everybody uses
Yeah.
Amazon. So that's the way I thought that I could actually make things happen for these underground artists.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
But oh,
I
sorry.
also what I do with the show, at the end of the show, I put a QR code at the end of the
Hmm.
show to for the artists' links, and then that way it's easier for anybody to get a hold of them to do anything or follow them.
Right. Now that's also um very difficult for you to kind of work on that too because you're having to be in the car, and that makes it harder because maybe it's internet's not as strong, or maybe just you just don't have the comfort and the space to just set everything up and do. So I would imagine that
Yeah, I'm
you're
not.
gaining content, but it makes it difficult
Yeah, I'm not.
progressing forward.
Yeah, I'm not doing any editing till I get home.
So you're just right now, you're solely focusing on just getting content. That way,
Yep.
when you go back, that's when you can start taking the time to start setting it up, putting it into whatever platform you use to edit, and
Yep.
slowly releasing episodes at a time.
Yep. All I'm doing right now is collecting collecting everything, and then when I get home, then I'll edit everything together and turn it into a TV show.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Now, so far, obviously, I know about Jay Devil because we had him on a show last week, and Jay Devil was from St. Louis as well, obviously. Other than him, how many people down there have you met with that you already knew and that you've kind of done some maybe got some content from? Who are those artists?
Uh, Quite a few. I'd say probably close to 30.
Oh, no doubt. Wow.
I have probably like 30 different artists that I have content from.
Now, were they all from the St. Louis area, or were some of them done remotely?
No, some of them were from Rolla, Missouri. That's
Oh,
one of
okay.
the shows that I went to, and then the rest were here.
And then speaking of the shows, I think I had a flyer here. Let me look at this flyer. Let's see what this. Yeah, the St. Louis celebrates America's 250th.
Yep.
Now,
That
has that?
is-
I
that's-
can't see. It's small and oh wait, July 3rd. Oh no, it's coming up. Oh, it's real. It's banging around the corner.
That's where I'm going to. I'm going both days.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be lighting off fireworks. I guess Ludacris is performing on one of the days. But yeah, it's down by the arch. So I figured that would be some good. I'm actually, while I'm here, I'm going to do some vlogging as well about me being here. As some of the other pictures that I gave you, I'm going to get that vlogged as well.
Right. So everybody, you see right here, if you're watching, obviously. Now for the audio versions, you're not going to be able to see it. So I'll go ahead and tell you that if you're in the St. Louis, Missouri area, and you want to have a good time, then on Friday, July 3rd, and Saturday, July 4th, St. Louis obviously is doing the celebration of America's 250th. So it's going to be, it says here, free concerts, massive drone shows, fireworks under the archway, which is would be cool as fuck.
I thought that would be cool. I do too. I thought that would be cool to get on a vlog.
So if you're in the area and you want a good time, definitely go down there, hang out. But you never know, you might find Miss Wolf lurking around down there.
I will be down there. Yes.
She will be on the prowl for sure. So definitely give her a look, see if you can find her. And hell, you never know. She may end up meeting some people. You never know. You could end up in one of her little video things. You never know. You don't know what could happen. So definitely look for her. You see what she looks like. You can't miss the blonde mohawk. So
believe it or not, I get a lot of compliments about my hair. Everybody loves my hair.
Yeah. Well, you got that. My hair is so damn curly, it's unreal. Yours is definitely, especially for the mohawks. It's when I had the mohawk, we had to flat iron it because my hair so damn curly and all that shit. It was a nightmare. But I want to show y'all too a few more different things about her logos that she comes up with, because we talk about her podcast and we talk about the show, which is going to be called Wolf Talk, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she comes up with all of these logos. She does them herself. So I just wanted to share a couple of these because you can see the passion of her, a Wolf fan. But just the some of these logos that have come about because of her is just so cool. Like I thought this one was awesome.
Yeah,
it's a neat photo. And yeah, I know that's where AI is fun. That's where it's cool. But it just makes really neat shit, and I just think the whole Wolf aspect is just badass in and of itself. But one of my favorites, and I guess I could be, maybe I'm a little biased. But one of my favorites is this one right here. We kind of she made that fucking around just because her and I, as you all know, so we collab sometimes together with our podcasts and shows. And
believe it or not, that was made before that you and I started doing it. And you know where that came from? Yeah, that was done. Believe it or not for me. My friend TJ, that he's another co-host that I had in my podcast a while back. He actually came up with that, and I thought that was cool.
But you know what's ironic about that is then you and I meet, and of course I'm, Bones, and I
Bones.
do everything skulls. It's funny how that kind of if that was I thought that that was that day you and I were fucking around joking and making dumb shit. I thought that's where that came from, but I had
No,
no idea. So that's kind of funny that
that was 2 years ago that picture we came up with that picture.
no shit.
Yeah.
Now, does the QR code is that the one that's on this picture here? Is that still effective for your Wolf Talk podcast?
I have no idea if that's the one or not.
Well, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, you scan it. Who knows where it may take you there. It could take you to, I don't know, some cooking website here. No one,
No, it ain't gonna.
no one knows.
No, it's either gonna be live or it's not gonna be live. One of the two.
Now, this was Wolf hard at work one day when I called her. She was
Yep.
she was getting ready to do her show, so she was setting up. I thought that was a really cool shot too.
Yeah, it looks like a real wolf.
Yeah, wolves they are so cool. They are definitely badass. But I definitely wanted to show a couple of them, and truth be told, there's probably more that I can still pull up as we go along. But because she has so many, like I say, you check out her Facebook. She's got two. She's got her personal, which is Wolf Vair. That's VAIR. But you also have the Wolf Talk.
Wolf Vair Records.
Wolf Vair Records. Excuse me. Yes, and she also is CEO and the owner of Wolf Vair Records as well.
Mm.
So not only is she doing podcasting and then wants to get into the TV side of things. What do you call it? Just TV? Like TV shows? Like, because I'm still learning the whole, like, I know what a podcast is, obviously, because I'm doing it now. But
Well,
like you said, a vlog. I don't even know what the hell that is.
A vlog. It's
what the hell is a vlog?
It's about somebody that walks around shooting themselves and what they're doing the day that they're out there doing of their life.
So it's like mobile podcasting.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not. You don't actually podcast it. You just go around recording it, and then you edit it and turn it into a show.
Oh, okay.
And then usually people put it up on YouTube.
And as you can tell, you know my ignorance. This young lady next to me has been pivotal. She has taught me so much shit. It's unreal. When I first started with this, I didn't know how to use StreamYard at all. I'd bought all this gear, couldn't use it because it kept telling me, my Mac kept saying, can't find your camera. And I'm like, that's funny. If I make a FaceTime call, it pops right up, but you can't find it through StreamYard. But I don't know what she did. It took her 5 minutes. I spent hours trying to figure out. And finally I just gave up. I just said, fuck it. I can't figure it out. Well, 5 minutes, she schooled me. Boom. And she has been very pivotal with the growth of me because of her knowledge. Because there'll be times where I'll call her and be like, I've been trying to do this and I can't figure this out. And as you can see at the beginning of this show, I hit the fade button on the music, and I don't know why I can't get it to fade out. It just I'm just ignorant. I just got to get there, and she'll probably be the one to be like, all right, it's because you're pushing this, dumbass. Don't push that. Push this. So I'm very lucky to have her because she has been very pivotal, along with many other people.
Well, when I get home, I'm gonna make you an intro.
And then, you know what? I was gonna do even a music intro and or my own music, but it said do not upload music that's not yours. I guess because if you're monetizing and you do, they'll kill it. So it's like you have to create your own music. And I was like, well, shit, I don't know how to do that. So eventually, I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't know, maybe one of these artists that I've been with already and done some shows with, either by myself or with you and I, maybe see if one of them will make me a short little intro where I can have the same intro music all the time.
Yeah.
Because, like I used Jay Devils when we interviewed him last week. But the question is, if I was monetizing because I used Jay Devils, would it have killed that? I don't know. So
I'll let me put an intro together for you.
Yeah. And I don't even know. Now, when you do intros, are they different? Do they also have visual with it?
No, an intro is all you have to do is download it onto the platform on StreamYard, and then when you go to start the show, all you have to do is hit that. It'll play like it'll be like a video, and it'll just play it, and then as soon as it's done, it'll roll right into the live feed.
Oh, so you wouldn't need to use the music then? Yeah, you because it would have
No, I can put the
it could do
music
it all.
in the video.
Well, that's fucking cool as shit. See,
Yeah,
that's all shit that it's all about learning. And I haven't. I
I know,
haven't started editing yet. I need to start doing that. I've got a buddy that when I was in Florida, he's probably going to send me, especially for this version of the podcast. Which also, by the way, if I don't know if people could see it yet or not, but the Chrome logo is the logo that I'm going to use for the off the beaten path version. So I've got my the regular logo, which you see in the window there. That's the main logo, but that one is going to be for podcasts that like Wolf and I have done with musicians.
yeah,
Then of course everybody's already seen the special needs logo that I have for my special needs podcast. And then of course I was going to try to learn how to create a new logo for this one called Off the Beaten Path. But then I forgot I had Hell House had sent me that Chrome logo. So
which is above me.
yeah, it's above. It's above. I'm probably pointing the wrong way. I probably got to
Yes,
point
you
like
are.
that. Everything's mirrored backwards. So when I'm pointing, people are like, "What are they talking about?" See, at me, I'm pointing at the live with StreamYard, but apparently that's on the other side. So
Yeah,
always forget that. But anyhow, thanks again to Hell House for making me that logo. He made me that one and the same logo, but also animated it to where it would talk about Bones Unfiltered podcast, like it would speak. So I thought how he did it, I don't know. It was cool. But and anyway, for those of you all that don't know, matter of fact, if you don't know who Hell House is, I do have a photo of Wolf with Hell House.
yeah.
And that photo, let's see where it's at. I think it's right here. Yeah.
Yep.
So there's Hell House with his pimp ass hat. He's a cool dude.
He's a cool dude.
Man. I think he can outtalk me though. He's a talker, buddy. He's a cool cat, man. He's a really nice guy. And you've done interviews with him. Well, we've done interviews together where he's been in the room, but you also did an actual interview with him yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is even before you and I met. You've
Yeah,
known him for a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Obviously not personal. I just met him recently when I went to Rolla, and boy, that guy gave me so many hugs. I loved it. I like people that like to hug.
Oh yeah, I like friendly people too. Because I try to be friendly all the time. But that's
actually he has an event coming up July 31st and August 1st. It's at Summersville, Missouri, at Captain Jack's campground. So if anybody is available, come down and come and hang out. I'll be there. It's gonna be. He's got, God, over 50 artists performing.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Now, which one is that? What's it called?
Boots Camp.
That's Boots Camp. Okay, I thought it might have been Boots Camp, but I couldn't remember, so I didn't want to say.
Yeah,
it
it's
stupid.
to help support the military, the veterans, and he's got an arena coming, a wrestling arena coming from Texas to have wrestlers at the event.
Oh no shit!
Yeah, he's got he's also actually has a wet t-shirt contest going on with the girls.
Ooh,
so yeah, it's gonna
it's
gonna be fun.
What's up, Val?
He's got a lot of vendor trucks. He's got vendors. He's got food trucks. He's got everything.
That's good. That sounds like it's going to be a good time. So there you have it, folks. That's yet another thing that she's going to be a part of too, down in the St. Louis area. So if you are definitely in Missouri and you're looking for some good shows, I mean, obviously we just rattled off two good ones for sure, and I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff going on. Because if you've never been to St. Louis is a really cool city, and there's a lot to do for free. So if you're looking for a vacation spot too, to where something different, kind of off that beaten path, no pun intended, to where you're not going to cliches like beaches or cruises, and you're looking for something fun to do, St. Louis is definitely a place. We were there we would go down quite a bit because we spent, I think it was starting off, it was a 10 or 2 week stretch when Brandon had brain surgery there at the Barnes Children's Hospital years. This was many moons ago, and but we would have to travel back and forth to St. Louis for follow-ups. And we would stay at the Ronald McDonald House, which there was two that we stayed at, and that's a really cool program. So for people out there that are looking for, uh, you know, cool programs to maybe donate to or whatever, or maybe, I don't know if they allow volunteers. I know the way that it worked in St. Louis was we got to stay $5 a night, and it was like a hotel, but the whole thing was a Ronald McDonald House. But you had, down in the kitchen area, you had your own refrigerators, but then you had community fridges, and everyone had chores. So like, if you could do it. Now, if you couldn't do it, if you were in the hospital with the loved one, no one cared. But that's the way they did it because they didn't really pay for a lot of staffing. So like one day it said, like me, it was like, Bones, you have to clean the vacuum the arcade room floor. Okay. So I grabbed the vacuum the arcade room floor, done. Checked it off the list. No harm, no foul. Then, the next day might have been, Bones, do the, clean this in the kitchen or whatever. It was that kind of stuff. And then they would bring in different organizations. So you'd have like the Boy Scouts, you'd have car dealerships or whatever that would actually bring in food. So they had, three meals a day that were community driven. If you wanted to be a part of it, you just went down there, and whatever that was being donated at the time, like pizzas or whatever, you just helped yourself. So the Ronald McDonald House was a really cool place. But St. Louis has their city museum. Have you been there yet, Wolf?
No.
You have got to check that out. I think especially you were talking about you are wanting to do some vlogging as well.
Yes.
That fucking place is cool as fuck. And it's granted it costs about, if you want to do the rooftop, I think it was $20 last time I went. Now it's been a few years.
Huh.
It was like $20 to get in, but it was all day. You could come and go. And that allowed you to do all the floors, and then that they had available at the time. Cause it's like I think it's like a 10-story building or 11-story building. So they didn't have something on every floor at the time we were there, but they had several floors, and it's all made from like recycled material, and it's just neat. It's almost like a museum that is very interactive, and they have human hamster tunnels that you climb through, and you can go from one floor and climb a tree and end up on the next floor, or you can climb out in these tubes and climb out over 5 stories over people and climb out to a suspended, Cessna airplane that's hanging there and go in it, and then come out into a human hamster tube and go over to like a castle, and just different shit like that. I mean, it's definitely, check it out. And then the rooftop, obviously, it had like a Ferris wheel up there, and the half pipe that you could have ropes and climb up, and they just had all sorts of slides. The old school metal slides, like when I was a kid, the ones that would, burn the fucking skin right off your legs. Yeah, yes. That one. See, Miss Val's in here. I said, "Welcome, Miss Val. It's good to see you, honey." She says she's been there a few times. I've been to the Ronald McDonald houses a few times in Springfield. Her said it was like $8.
Hey,
so
Val.
It probably has gone up since we've been. But still, $8 a night. That's fucking awesome. So, but anyhow, check that out for sure if you're down there, because Wolf's she's gonna be down there for a little bit. Now, one thing I wanted to get into, you sent me this picture here, and what's the backstory on this? What's going on here?
So the other night, this guy comes in. Of course, you see the U-Haul truck, and he comes in here. He backs that car up in here, and then for an hour, all he was doing was yelling and everything in the parking lot. And I was like, what is that? What? I thought he was fighting with somebody. Here, apparently, he was a mental patient, and he actually was yelling with himself. So, yeah. So obviously, we had one cop car come in, and I'm like, what the heck are they here for? And then there was another cop car coming. I'm like, okay. And then there was a third, and I'm like, what? And we had it actually the whole night. We actually had six cop cars.
No shit.
Yes. And here it was because we found out later, like I said, he was a mental issue, and he was out here screaming and hooting and hollering at himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you just you got a free show.
Yeah, it was a free show. I just thought I'd share that because I was like, okay, free entertainment in the parking lot.
Oh, hell yeah. That's why when you sent that, I was like, yeah, I wonder what the hell that's all about. I said, that'll be an interesting.
That's why I sent it to you.
There's definitely some tomfoolery going on, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he wasn't fighting with anybody. He was fighting with himself.
The inner demons were getting to him. They were driving him nuts. Now, what's the story with this right here?
Okay, I was door dashing one day, and I just pulled. I have a couple parking lots where I go and I pull in and wait for orders, so that way I can shut the car off and don't waste my gas. And I pulled in one day, and that was actually being loaded onto the trailer, and I was like, "What in the world?" So I went over to the guy. I said, "Hey, can I take some pictures?" And he's like, "Yeah." And believe it or not, that I thought it was cool as shit.
And isn't that a Bentley? An old school Bentley?
No, it's hold on.
And the reason I say that is maybe it's not Bentley. I'm thinking wrong. Which one? There was one that had the big hood ornament of the woman, the angel with the wings, and that's what that looks like. If I'm seeing that right, which it's it's definitely small for somebody half-ass blind. What's up? My buddy Pat's in here. Love you, brother.
Hey, what's going on, Pat?
He said, great podcast so far. I just love him.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
he's the shit, man. But yeah, I saw this hearse and I was like, that's badass. But it's like, I wonder who's been hauled in that because you don't see see those
it was
anymore.
Actually built for show.
Oh, really? So they just take it to like car shows and
I
think I've got, matter of fact, I think I've got another, I think I actually have another photo of it. Maybe it's a slightly different angle that you had sent. Yeah, slightly different angle here that you had sent. The shot of that dude's ass as he's tying the vehicle to the securing it. That's a cool ass ride though, man.
It is.
That's a cool hearse. That's some old
and
school shit.
It actually drives too, because they actually have a a plate on it with stickers.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll tell you, look at, I forget. Do you know what year that vehicle was?
He said
I know it's old because of the white walls.
1950. I think around that time.
That is just badass. Man, I ain't seen white walled tires in forever. Valerie said it's cool. It was cool.
If you actually zoom in on that picture, it actually tells you on the hood.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me bring up your.
All right, yeah, you do. Yeah, because if I try to zoom in, you're gonna end up. I'll end up on Mars.
It's a Prinzing.
Say it again.
Prinzing.
Never heard of that.
It's Prinzing.
Prinzing, huh? That's definitely interesting though. But yeah, I saw those photos. I was like, that's cool as shit. And then this photo here, obviously, it shows how she's been sleeping in her car. I mean, literally when she DoorDashes every now and again. You see the Motel 6 there. It's just where she gets a room at. And then,
Yep,
but luckily
that's where
Denny's
I
is
park.
nice enough that allows her to not bother her. And you said there's actually a couple others. So it's like, yeah, I've got a little caravan of peeps that are car dwellers. But that's just kind of a picture of what she's been looking at. So again, somebody who's trying to get their podcast taken off, and you go to a different city and you are literally living in your car. I mean, you're better than me because there's just no way. I'd be like, fuck it. My podcast ain't gonna it ain't gonna amount to shit because I ain't doing that. But but that just shows the dedication that you have. I am glad you got the dog with you because that's at least a deterrent and another set of ears and eyes that are way better than humans that can kind of get your six when you do nod off when you're in the car. But it's it's definitely that's a crazy experience that you're going through. And she's been doing it now. You said you did it off and on now for what, over 5 weeks so far.
What, being here?
Mm-hmm.
No, I've been here since the second week of April.
Oh, second week of April? Damn. You did get there a lot earlier than I thought.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe it's been that long you've been down there. It don't seem like it,
Time flies.
Boy, I tell you what, it sure the hell does, especially the older I get.
No kidding.
So yeah, that's what she's been going through. So again, peeps, we show those photos to let people understand what these people go through. Because even musicians, a lot of your musicians, John Major, I did an interview with him. That young man, he has a Sprinter van. He lives in it, kind of like she lives in her car, but he lives in a Sprinter van. But he just takes off, and for what, 1 to 3 months stints, he'll take off and he'll start driving, and he knows where he's driving to, and then he'll be calling while he's driving every bar in that area to see if anyone will let him play, even if it's just for $300, whatever. He'll play and make that money. And then he does his own self-touring, but he does it all while he's driving.
Right.
So it's like people need to understand the dedication that these musicians, or like Wolf here with her whole podcasting visions that she has. I mean, that's a lot of sacrifice that they're doing, and they're making sometimes minimal money at best. If not, sometimes you lose money. And
Yes.
with her, I mean, I'm sure hers is no different. I mean, that's why she finally had to start door dashing. Because I remember when you went down to St. Louis, I mean, you told me you're like, I applied for this factory job and blah blah blah, and applied at this other job, blah blah blah, and you're just waiting to hear back. And she was in limbo. And then, of course, on top of that, you add somebody like her who actually moved from Ohio to Kentucky for 1.5 seconds, and then from Kentucky to St. Louis for this content building. Well, she applied to have, mail transferred to where at a PO box to where she could actually get her personal shit. And that has proven to be a bloody nightmare too, has it not?
I still don't have it.
Still don't?
Still don't.
Oh my God.
No, okay, let me tell you. Okay, it's a PO box. I had a PO box in Ohio, and then I was getting a PO box. I had a PO box that I just paid for here. Mind you, I'm probably not going to get my mail until almost before I leave. like it's been a headache. Now, before you go do a forward at the PO box to your new address. It's not like that anymore because they changed it because so much fraud.
Right.
So now when you get a change of address, you wait a week, and then you finally get a piece of, you get a mail with a UPC code that you got to take to the PO box. You got to give them your identity, your driver's license to prove it's you before they actually submit the forward for the mail.
Boy,
and then of course I had to do it twice because for some reason the first time I did it, it got erased. So I had to do it twice. So yeah, my mail is still in limbo. It went out
Golly.
of Ohio. The first time that I put in for the submission for the forward, the mail went to the facility for the forwarding. So in the midst of that, the forwarding got erased. So it didn't actually get sent to me. It's still stuck at the place for the forwarding.
Yeah, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yes. So that's my nightmare that I'm having right now. I've got important mail in there and I still yet to have it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the only some kind of silver lining you have is today's technology now. Fortunately, you don't have to do everything via mail in regards to bills, because if you did, you would be hell, you'd be fucked. I mean, it's been months, and since you started that process, if you've been there since April, I mean,
Yeah.
golly.
Yeah,
So
I
you're
think I did
talking.
the change of address the end of April, beginning of May.
So that's a huge headache that she's also been dealing with. So again, it just shows that these men and women that are trying to break free and get started, there's a lot of trials and tribulations you have to go through to succeed. And monetary wise too. I mean, it's like she's been doing podcasting forever, and it's hard gaining traction. And so that's why we always stress in all these episodes. We're always like, hey, do us the favor and give us, smash the like button, smash the follow button. Um, because those things, if they subscribe, some subscribers cost money, some don't. It just depends on the individual. Some may be $1, some may just be you subscribe and it's free. But at least bare minimum, hitting the like button, hitting the follow button helps her tremendously to grow, for other people to find her content, and for her to eventually succeed in this. So we ask everybody, please, because I've seen it even with the other bands that I had done. It's like there would be people that it's like you are so communicative with us on our platforms, but you've never followed and never liked. So it's like, you're always doing something. Just hit that button one time for us. So that's all we ask, because that does help.
It does
Uh,
help, yes.
and eventually, and it's hard for her to do this too. In regards to stuff with like merch, at least musicians can come up with merch. Now, I have merch now, and she has some merch, but it's hard to sell merch when you're in the situation that she's in. She don't have anywhere to store that shit. So she can't really do that. Like myself, I've got some merch here, but most of my merch is online on a website, to where
Yeah,
I don't
mine's
have to
online
I don't
too.
have to store it. Did you finally do that? That's good.
Yes. I went to the same site that you went through, Fourth Wall.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Excellent. So when did yours go live?
Uh Probably about 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago.
I knew you showed me some photos of things you wanted to add to it, once you did it, but,
I actually have that picture. Do you have that picture you made for your podcast and my podcast?
yeah, I think I do. Let's see.
Because I actually made some merch with that.
Da, 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 da. Well, shit, I know I do. I know it's in here. I don't know why I didn't add that. I thought I did, but I think I did the first time. Remember when I told you I set this up, and then all I did was hit the mouse by accident with my hand, and when it shut the thing down, so I just came back in, and when I did, I had to start all over. And yeah, apparently I didn't redo that. So let's see if it's in recents.
Because I can actually, if I have it on this phone, I'll send it to your message.
Here it is.
Okay.
I think this is it right here. Are you gonna bring it? There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
That turned out cool as fuck too.
Yeah. So
Fucking AI is awesome.
That's my podcast and his podcast merged together. So yeah, I do have merch up there for that as well.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were doing that. That's cool as fuck too. But yeah, that logo that turned out so cool when we merged the two. I love the purple and the black with the Wolf Vair stuff. I just think it really makes the whole wolf thing look cool as shit. That's why I kind of like the coloration of this. I love the chrome too. but the coloration looks,
Mm-hmm.
you know, very rustic. I like it. It's good. It's good shit. Now, I do want to know, like, too, what's the story on this? Because I saw this on your thing, and I was like, dude, this is cool. This was really cool. It brought back a lot of memories back in the day from childhood. Fucking Knight Rider. Hail to the motherfucker.
Okay, so Knight Rider is by far my favorite 1980s TV show.
No shit.
That is the only favorite that I could tell you I probably have. Because ever since then, I really don't have too much favorite of much. Like I have, because I like so much shit that I can't even tell you what my favorite thing is of even in music. I can't tell you what my favorite is. Because I like so many different. But anyway, back to Knight Rider. So I actually bought that car.
No shit.
Never seen it. I bought it through this guy online, and we were supposed to get it set up to ship. Because he actually had pretty much everything done except for like one thing, and I told him I would, I'd fix it up. It actually talked. It actually drove itself. But yeah, I did buy it. But when it was an emergency move that we did from Texas to Kentucky, and when I did that, I just sold it. I was like, because I couldn't afford the move. It was a very expensive, especially to Kentucky. So
right.
Yep.
Yeah, and here's a front shot of the vehicle.
Yep. It had the light
I
bar
always
going
loved
across.
I always loved it.
Yep.
I always loved that. It was so badass, dude. But it actually, so that one actually spoke, and it spoke in it was the actual same Knight Rider's voice.
Yep. Kit.
So like,
yep.
how much shit would it say? Like, because it's like Carl Casper show. It almost makes you think there's somebody like say in the trunk or a remote somewhere else that is just speaking through a microphone, and it translated into the Knight Rider voice.
It's actually in a program chip. It's in the car. It's actually a computerized thing. Well, obviously you don't see it's in the dash. But it's computerized chip, and then actually does talk.
Oh, it's in the dash. Oh, I think I might be able to help you with that. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if this is it.
Yep.
Now I wish I could zoom in, but again, I'm afraid to touch anything to try to zoom in on this photo. I'm afraid I'll nuke North Korea if I hit the wrong button. So we're not going to do that. So, but that's just fucking cool, man.
But I'm gonna get the car again. Once money flow starts getting good, I'm definitely gonna buy it again, because that's one car I definitely did want to have.
That's definitely an old school classic, man. That's just badass. But when I saw that on your thing, I said, "Oh, dude, I got to know what's the story about that." Now you also sent me some pictures, and now these I was like, what's going on with this?
You talking about?
So I want you to kind of tell me what's going on with all this.
That's what I thought you were saying. That is okay. That building is from the 1800s.
No shit.
And I'm actually gonna do a vlog about it. I'm gonna call, because it's no trespassing. I think the city owns it right now, because it was kind of tossed up through different people. Skull tried to buy it, but they didn't follow through with it, and I guess they sold it to the city or whatever. There is as you see the building, it was a place for it was like an orphanage type deal.
Oh, really?
And there, if you see the three doorways behind, that is an actual church inside of the building. And it's caught my eye ever since I've been here, and I look at it every time. I know every single window's taken out, but if you look, I'll have to give you the details on it once I find it, actually. But that place is so cool. I want to do a vlog, but I'm gonna call the police department and have them go in there with me so I could vlog it. I'll tell them I'm a podcaster. Because I'll tell you what, that place is so cool.
Well, it makes me think of especially how you can tell that they're replacing windows in it. So, and that's what they're doing with Waverly Hills Sanitarium here in Louisville. That building had, I mean, obviously the backstory on that was, there was thousands of people died there because of the whole tuberculosis thing that was going on back in the day. And they, of course, that was early on before they had any kind of medication to take care of it. Well, that building ended up becoming a nursing home. And then, of course, it got shut down for, I guess, malpractice of some sort. And then it just sat vacant forever. Hell, when I rode EMS, we used to go there all the time and walk through. Well, somebody finally bought it. And they are actually do paid tours. So you can either do like a day tour or night tour, or you can do like they had a movie episode out there one time on what was that called? Because we made a run. Oh, it was World's Scariest Places, I think. And they did, they had teenage kids that spent the whole night there. You can actually pay to actually stay the whole evening and stuff too, but they take all proceeds and they're putting it back into the building, and they're starting to put windows back in it and stuff like that. And I think the goal is eventually to kind of do like a bed and breakfast kind of thing in it, and then of course keep some of the floors the way they are for tour purposes. But it's a really cool place.
Okay,
But
so
it made me think of that.
Okay, I looked up the picture. I'm going to give you a little behind. I'm sorry if I mispronounce some of these words.
No.
But before the orphanage, okay, when it first was built, it's called Saint Stanislaus Seminary, founded in 1823 near Florissant, Missouri, was the longest operating Jesuit novelty in the United States. Located in St. Louis County, it served as a premier training ground for Jesuit missionaries. The historic site, closed in 1971, is now known for its preserved yet endangered 19th century architecture and stained glass. Well, obviously there ain't no stained glass there, so just putting that out there.
At least not in that photo.
No, it's not. Founded in 1823, it was self-sustaining Jesuit training center, featured farms, orchards, a brewery, and a brick kiln. The missionary training, the seminary was pivotal in training missionaries for the American West, including Father Pierre Jean Desmet.
And you can tell it's a big place. I mean, this is another shot of one of the wings, and that's a big. It's got a big footprint.
Yeah, architecture. The rock building was constructed in 1840 using limestone quarried by Lay brothers. The closure of the seminary closed in 1971 due to declining vocations and changing educational structures within the Jesuit order. Current status: the property was sold, and later in the 2020s became involved in preservation efforts and legal battles regarding his historic stained glass windows. There is no windows, so I don't know why it's a problem anymore. But anyway, that being said, I definitely want to go and tour the land, and it is being taken care of. Like, I go by it almost every week, and I've seen people out there mowing it.
Oh, no shit. So they definitely even keep up the property.
Yeah, they take care of it. So I pulled in there one time to take a look at it, and obviously that's where those pictures came from. It said no trespassing, and I was like, well, let me pull in here, I'll get a couple pictures and I'll leave. So I definitely want to get the police station to have a cop come out with me, so that way I can just walk around and video it and put it out there, because I think it's cool looking.
Well, hopefully they'll let you do it. I think it'd be cool as hell. I mean, you see those people do those. I don't see
why they wouldn't.
So I guess so when back to the whole vlog thing, is that when you're watching, like, say, TikTok, and you see somebody going through like the old Playboy Mansion or this build, like that building we just showed, that would be considered vlogging.
Yes. Vlogging is anything that you do throughout the day, and you get your, like anything that you video, anything that you're doing throughout the day,
Mm-hmm.
and you get yourself in the video. Yeah, that's vlogging. It's just telling what you're doing on a daily basis.
Huh. See, yeah, learning new shit. There's vlogs and blogs and clogs, and
But,
it's
but,
like the
but
fuck. I'm there.
blogs is different than vlogs. Blogs is just somebody who types like something about something on their daily routine on a computer or typewriter.
Oh, so that's writing.
Yeah,
And then
a
clogging
blog
is the
is like
weird
it's like a
dancing with the
newsletter.
tap shoes. That's clogging. So stupid. Love it. All right. So let's see. I think that was all the photos of that. Yeah, it was. I just wanted, man, I saw that and I was like, dude, what is the story with this?
But that's a good history. That's a good history building, and that's why I want to definitely capture it. It caught my attention as soon as I got here.
Now this photo, well, we can't forget to talk about her in this either. There's her companion. I mean, that's her constant right there.
Yep.
Now, what's her name again? Because I'm terrible. I'm terrible with names. What's her name?
Her name is
again?
Chloe.
Chloe. That's right. So that's Miss Chloe who stays with her either when she does go into the hotels or most of the time at night. So luckily, I'm glad she's got Miss Chloe along for the ride with her because at least it's got some eyes and ears, no pun intended, that watch over you.
Anybody that gets close to the car, she barks.
Yeah, and that's good. And I love her ear. Like I've got another photo of her here too, which I just love. I love when you find dogs when they've got that one floppy ear because it just looks. I don't know. It almost makes me feel like it's almost like a curious look, like they're doing it intentional. I mean, look at that face. I mean, that is
that picture was taken in Texas. That's when I first got her.
oh no shit. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I mean, mind you, that was like 6 months after I got her because she was almost full grown then.
How much does she weigh?
I have no idea. I would say probably 75 pounds.
Because you could tell, obviously, she's got German Shepherd, obviously, in her.
Yeah, she's
along with something else.
She's got Husky in her.
Oh, Husky. Gotcha. Yeah, my dog. Hell, yeah. I'll tell you this quick story about mine. I've got a German Shepherd, and her mother was pure German Shepherd. Dad was pure cattle dog. So she's small like the cattle dog, but she looks just like a German Shepherd. So it's very odd. Well, she doesn't treat people bad, but varmints, she don't play, especially when they come in this yard. She is a massive killer. Well, a couple nights ago, I'd taken my meds. I was watching The Big Bang Theory for like the 50th thousand time because it's my favorite TV series ever.
Yeah, I love that show.
So I had started it from square one again. Just every night I just kill a little time after everybody goes to bed. Well, I was finally starting to do that Jello neck head bob bullshit, and I was like, oh man, I got to go to bed. So let me walk the dogs one last time. So I opened the door and I let him out. Well, of course, Lady, the one I'm talking about, Lady bolts like she always does. She takes off because she'll do that whole perimeter marching and like looking and checking everything out, keep the yard safe and stuff. Well, I let him out, and as the door's shutting, I'm go to shut the door and was going to give them their time to use the bathroom, and I was going to shut some shit down. Well, I hear this screaming that I've never heard before, and I'm like, "What the hell is making that scream sound?" And at first I thought, well, she's attacking the other dogs because sometimes if she makes a kill on an animal in the yard, if they try to get involved, this is mine. So, but I was like, I've never heard my dog scream like that. So I was like, what in the hell it was kept going and kept going. And it was just this god awful blood curdling scream. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I run outside. And of course I had no glasses on and I'm half-ass blind. And I run outside and and it's dark and I can tell she's killed something and killed something quite large. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I could tell it was not quite dead yet. So I run in the house and grab a flashlight so I could see. And I come running back out with this flashlight, and she was still trying to just snap this thing's neck, and you could hear it gurgling. Turns out it was a fucking raccoon. And
Oh my God.
it wasn't a full like mommy, daddy raccoon, full adult, but it wasn't a child raccoon either. Like you could tell it was probably at least an adolescent or middle-aged raccoon that that was probably almost half the size that she was, and she killed that sumbitch. Now she got scratched by it, like it caused some damage to her, but luckily nothing severe. She would let me doctor her up, and I bandaged her leg, and luckily she didn't even fool with the bandage. But that just shows like the dog, like Chloe she wouldn't play if somebody was trying to mess with you in that car.
Oh God, no, she
She ain't
don't.
gonna play.
She scares off people. Like when she barks, it's very deep,
Yeah.
and especially when she means it, it's very deep. And people, I've seen people run.
Oh, I bet. I can only imagine.
Like somebody came up to the car the other day, and she got up, she barked. The guy turned around and walked away.
Well, again, I'm just glad you got her with you. That's what I'm glad about.
Yeah, she's definitely a ride or die.
Oh, hell yeah. Now we've got, we got a few more pictures we could share here too, kind of driving back towards the musician aspect, which is mainly what you do. Now, besides the musician, before I show any of these photos, besides the up and coming musicians that you interview a lot, what are some other things that you have either other types of individuals that are in a different field that you've interviewed, or back to the whole vlogging that you've talked about? What are some other things that you have done that are not music related?
I mean, I've interviewed business owners.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I've also interviewed authors. Anybody that's up and coming, I've interviewed. I'm down to interview anybody. But musicians are my definite favorite.
Yeah. And you've got your biggest networking web is through the music community, is it not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that being said, we'll show a few photos of her with some of these various artists. And I didn't do everybody by any means, because like I say, she had so much stuff. It would have, hell, you could have talked and showed pictures with Wolf for hours and hours and hours. But who is this guy in this photo here?
His name is Zeus. He's an artist here in St. Louis. He's very huge.
He's a big boy too. Look at them arms. I wouldn't fuck with that motherfucker. He'd pound you in the ground like a fucking tent peg. It's like, God dang. So, and I'm assuming he's rap artist.
Yes, that venue that we're at right now is Pops.
It's called Pops.
Yep.
Now, is that a music venue, or is that like a bar grill kind of thing?
No, it's a music venue.
Is it?
But it has a bar, yes.
And that's in St. Louis?
Yes. Well, it's actually in Sauget, or I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's Sauget, Illinois.
Oh, okay. So it's close.
Yeah, I mean, it's right over the border. It's like not even like 20-some minutes, 25 minutes from here.
Oh, nice. Now, and of course, we got to show the one with my boy in there, James.
Yeah,
Luker.
James Luker.
Yeah, and that's when she actually, he stopped by on his way back, or you stopped by on your way back
to Ohio.
To Ohio. This is before she moved to Kentucky for 1.5 seconds. She stopped and interviewed James. They met up, obviously, at the hotel she was staying at. They did the interview. And again, like she said, that's going to be incorporated into the Wolf Talk TV side of things on Amazon once she does do that, which Obviously, none of that's going to air anytime soon because she's still got to finish her content stint in St. Louis and, of course, make her trek back to Kentucky, get settled, and start the whole
The
editing, processing, and all that other
first
shit.
show, first show will be dropped on the first Monday in October.
What? So the first one, and that was who'd you say that was?
Big Lou.
Big Lou
Lou.
was number one, and then are you gonna keep under wraps how you're gonna reorder the others, and just kind of let it be a
Well,
surprise as you drop them?
It's in the same order as the Patreon that I did, only because of his Amp Squad and the way that we did the recording. So I have to keep them in order. But James Luker will be the 4th week.
Nice. And that'll be cool. That'll be cool editing. Now you're going to do, and I'm assuming you're going to do seasons. So start off with season 1 and do X amount of episodes.
I think every year is going to be a season. That's the
is that what you're going to do? How many do you plan on dropping per month? Just one a month?
No, shows?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to drop them every Monday. So I have 52 a year.
Oh, no shit. So you're going to try to do one show a week.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were going to do that many. Yeah. So 52. I mean, that's a lot.
I want to try. I'm going to try to do up to an hour. Well, it's like 40 minutes. Some of the shows are going to be a little shorter, but at least for the beginning part of the shows, only because I wasn't actually trying to go through an actual TV show at the time. So the first shows are not going to be that long. Some shows are going to be longer than others. And of course, I'm going to have to fill it with commercials, trying to get up to a full hour. But yeah, that's my main goal is I want to get it up to a full hour because it's like a little bit like a performance of their songs, them performing live. Obviously, a rap artist, they get up on stage and of course their music's playing. So they're actually, singing with, their song. So,
right.
I mean, so obviously it's still a performance, but at least you know what their song is and what the song sounds like.
Right. Now here's another photo of. Now who was this guy?
That's me and Murder Savage.
I love his mask. That is badass.
It's a St. Louis mask. There's like a couple of St. Louis masks rolling around here. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit. I mean, I could see the arch on his,
yeah.
But I figured that was something he customized and did.
I don't know if he customized it or not, but I mean,
that's
I know. Cool. I know he has a red mask as well.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
But
cool.
Yeah, he's.
That's a cool ass. That just looks so cool.
I'm excited for y'all to see him on my show. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see it too. Let's see. I think that may be all the photos that I've really gone through. Besides here's just one of Wolf, super happy with her hair. Kind of, it looked like you just snapped into a Slim Jim on that one, and your hair went. Remember that Slim Jim guy? He had that really tall hair. He looked like the dude from Static X. You remember that guy?
Yeah.
Static X, man, what a cool fucking band they were.
Yeah, I just didn't form it into a mohawk. I just
you just kind of just brushed it up and said, "Fuck it." But I did like that photo. I thought it was good. Oh, let me make sure, boy. I thought for a second I was about ready to remove you.
So that's all the pictures you got?
I think that may be all that I'd put on here. Which I timed it out pretty good because I was like, man, I wonder how many photos I should have. But you know what? We've already been going an hour and a half, which is good. And I've been trying to dial back the podcast between an hour and a half and 2 hours, just for the simple fact that if I keep it around 2 hours or less, then I definitely should have enough. Because with Buzzsprout, when I upload shit to all these other platforms like Amazon and Spotify and all that shit, which is what I'll do after we're done, I'll upload this today. But once it's published, and put out there, it's yeah, I just totally had a brain fart. Where the hell I was going with that? I swear to God, I need what's that damn drug that they're talking about that's made from fucking uh jellyfish that's supposed to be good for memory? I guess I need to start taking that shit because man, I'm having these damn brain farts. Get in the middle of talking and just peter out. I guess that's what happens when you get old. But anyway, oh, I know what I was saying. Yeah, keep it at under 2 hours because all your uploads are based on hours, not episodes. So you get X amount of hours, which I don't know what it is. Like say like 160 hours a year for the middle of the road plan. Now, if I did the more expensive plan, I could do video and audio and you get more uploads, but it also costs like twice as much. And it's
Right.
already not cheap for, StreamYard for a year. So it's like, and like you said, why this video that you're seeing, everybody, you will be able to rewatch this on my platforms and her platforms on Facebook for 30 days, but then they take it down. But this will remain on the YouTube channel of mine, which is at Bones42323. This will always remain there. So if you're wanting to watch this again to where you can see the photos that we're talking about too, because I understand when you're listening to audio, it is kind of weird because it's like I'm showing you this photo, but you can't see it.
Right.
So you're just listening to what they're saying. But on the same token, why spend all that extra money on a platform to where a lot of people, just want to listen to it and maybe while they're driving and they can't watch anything anyway.
Right.
So they can put these podcasts up and, she's going to be on everything within the next probably at least 2 days max. She should be on everything. So you should be able to find her episode on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Prime, and then there's like, I don't know, there's like 12 others that I've never even heard of that have we're on
Right.
these platforms. And then of course, we're currently right now we're on Kick, which, I'm trying to learn Kick. I'm not growing Kick very well, but trying to
Well,
learn Kick.
it takes time.
It takes time, yeah. And then of course, Facebook. And again, Facebook, you'll be able to watch this for at least 30 days, but then Facebook eliminates lives
Yeah. Have
after
you got
30
the
days.
alerts? Have you got the alerts yet about? Oh, your post from this date is going to be taken down.
No, well, I haven't, and it's probably because I got notifications shut off. Because I got notifications shut off on everything. Because if I had to have everything on doing what we're doing now, not to mention the phone constantly ringing and dinging
Well,
with
when you
texts and
log into,
shit, it would
when you
drive me
log
nuts.
into, you log into Facebook, there is a notification thing, and it has like a red number and how many notifications you have.
Oh god dang! I'll have to check that when we're done because I bet I got a lot. I bet I
Oh,
got a
you
whole
haven't
lot.
looked at them.
No, I haven't looked. I bet that number's high. So
I'm gonna show you what it looks like.
yeah, see another schooling moment. The more you know.
You're funny.
Remember
All
that?
right.
The more you know.
Okay. See down at the bottom. See a little
Oh yeah,
bell,
yeah.
and it has two.
Oh, I bet my number's probably like 30. I
That's what it is.
I'm gonna have to check that because I'm terrible about that.
That's how I get my notifications.
But I've even got to the point where it's like people will call, and it's no offense to people, but it's like sometimes people call and I'm just like I'm so burnt out. Like I had a buddy call me the other day and I didn't answer. Why? Because I was so burnt because I had been on the phone with insurance companies trying to fix an issue with something different. But I spent hours and hours and I'm just like, once I got done, then it's like, I don't want to talk to anybody else. Or, you have them damn AirPods in. I've talked so damn much you have to recharge them, or your ear hole starts hurting and shit. I'm like,
Right.
God dang, man. So, but I guess that's par for the course. But yeah, that looks like I covered all the photos I had downloaded. Um, That's pretty much it. And all the flyers we showed, because like again, they're gonna have she's gonna be at that show that's gonna be a free concert and stuff in St. Louis
Yeah.
for America's 250th, and she's gonna be there both days, July 3rd and 4th. So definitely check her out. Then of course she's gonna be there for Boots Camp. Which is not going to be directly. You said it's not directly in St. Louis, but it's
No, it's 2.5 hours away. It's
2.5.
down. Yeah, it's down in Somersville.
So she's going to be at Boots Camp this year, getting content and talking to a lot of cool peeps there. So again, if you're looking for something to do in the proximity of Illinois and Missouri areas, and you want some cool stuff to do, well, there's definitely you can definitely check all those things out. You never know, you might see Wolf. She's going to be on the prowl there for sure.
There's if you come to St. Louis, there's shows every weekend.
No shit.
Every weekend.
Now, do you want to go through and tell them all of your different credentials of where they can find you at?
Well, I mean, you can find me pretty much anywhere. You can go to my Facebook and look up Wolf Vair Records, with a V. You can also go to YouTube and look up Wolf Talk Podcast with a number 1 at the end. It's an animated wolf with earphones on for the picture. That's pretty much the 2 places that I would tell people to go right now.
Yeah. Well, there you go, peeps. Definitely go check that out. And again, it won't be until October-ish this year, but that's when eventually you'll be able to start looking on Amazon Prime and start finding her stuff. So definitely check her out. And again, we collab sometimes together, sometimes we don't. But the thing is, we're always kind of, chit-chatting back and forth pretty much on a daily basis.
Throw up that Wolf Talk Podcast picture, because that's what I'm going to use for the Amazon Prime logo.
And I love this. That is so badass. I just love that. It just looks so wicked cool. So that's going to be the logo that's the one you're going to have on the Amazon Prime TV thing.
Yep.
Wolf
I
Talk.
think I've decided.
That's cool. I mean, you did have one more that was, matter of fact, well, this one you created one day when we were just talking. You and I were bullshitting around. That one was pretty cool too. I forgot I just had that. I just saw that. That was kind of cool too, because you got the more detailed wolf at the keyboard, but then you got the more animated wolf in the background leaning against the wall. I just thought it was a cool collab.
I mean, I like them both too. I might change them up, one for each season. I'm trying to decide if I want to get rid of the podcast on there or not for the TV show. It might just be Wolf Talk.
Yeah, and again, we'll add the Wolf Talk back to the stage so everybody can see it. That's definitely going to be the one that you're going to be looking for sure.
That'll be the first season. Yes, I think I might drop the podcast on it.
That'll be cool. I just loved it. I loved the way that Wolf Talk looks. The podcast. I love the what do you call it? The font. I don't know what kind of font that is, but it's badass.
It is. That's my favorite font.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cute. That's for sure.
Yeah, I have plenty of photos to choose from.
Let's see what. There we go. I guess I forgot I could have done that too, but it does cut off some of the other stuff. Well, now I know too. See, this is the first time I've done this episode without my backdrop, and I'm not saying I bought this big banner to put over my window. That way, I don't necessarily need the backdrop, because it's just I don't mind setting it up, but it's such a pain in the ass to set up. And then when you do, it has to be so close to me. I don't feel like I have any, I definitely couldn't be back this far. I'd knock the thing over. So when I'm in there, I gotta sit way up on this. So I'm trying to slowly convert this living room that we don't really use. I'm trying to get the dogs downstairs because they're scared of storms. So far that's been working. I added some shelves above the windows to where I'm going to start displaying knickknacks, or if I get any cool merch. I've got some merch from that was given to me from like Courtney O'Hare band and some stuff that I got on movie sets or whatnot. So I've, anything that was given to me that's kind of movie or music esque. I'm slowly trying to change this room a little bit. I still not going to take down my EMS shit, and my wife's stuff. I mean, that's kind of our ode to what we used to do and whatnot. But I definitely am trying to make this room a little bit more work esque and kind of more like a studio room. So we'll see how things go. I'm going to slowly make changes, but as y'all could tell in the one view here, over my door, I had to put my smaller banner that has been in all the episodes to cover that window because of the glare. But then I hit this, and pretty much I could have avoided that. So live and learn. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, hell, as you can tell, see, Wolf's still in the car.
Yep.
So at least today. And I guess you got to be taking a nap. Do you have to work tonight or are you door dashing tonight?
I have to work tonight, but I'm door dashing here in a little bit.
So
I
you're doing
start
both.
around noonish.
So around noonish she's going to be doing that, and then she's got to get Z's at some point in time to get her through the night.
Yeah, I got to get a little nap.
So, but we're really glad that we had you on for sure. That is for sure. And I'm glad you were episode number 1 because I've been wanting to have somebody different. And, I've got some ideas. Oh, look, she wants to be a part. Chloe, you want to be a part of it too?
I was trying to show you all her face.
How old is she now?
She's 6.
6. She's a cute little thing. That's for sure.
She's not little by far.
Well, no, not 70 pounds. Hell, my lady, I think she's 52 pounds. So she's definitely short.
Yeah, she's like I said, she's German Shepherd, so definitely not small.
But anyway, is there anything else that you want to cover or talk about that maybe I didn't think about that you'd like to let everybody know?
No, you pretty much covered everything. Like I said, you and I talk pretty much every day. So, I mean, you know everything that I do on a daily basis. So.
Yeah. And again, I can't thank you enough for all the help you've given me with getting started with podcasting. I mean, I had Pam Little with Southern Lights Entertainment do the push. Oh, that's another thing I can bring up because I haven't done it. I did it the other day. I've been trying to stay up on it, but for those of you all that may be new to this program, there is an award show with our booking agent for James Luker, and she started this award show that's going to be in Oak Ridge, Tennessee on November 14th of 2026 at the historic Oak Grove Theater. And if you've never seen that place, look it up. It's old, cool little place, man. I mean, it's nice. And we're having an award show there. And it's Miss Pamela Little's very first award show. So she's been setting it up. So you can actually go to her website at www.southernlightsentertainment.com, and you can actually check out who all's been nominated. Miss Wolf here is nominated for Podcast of the Year. Myself, someone nominated me for Manager of the Year, which I was honored that somebody thought that much of me. Do I think I'm going to win? No. But that's okay. I'm just flattered to be nominated, and I do get the privilege of introducing I'm not sure what she's going to call it. It's either going to be Band of the Year or Entertainer of the Year, I'm sure. But whatever Miss Pam wants to call it, I get to present the award at the award show at the end for that. So it'll be my first presentation for an award show. So hopefully I don't fuck that up and look like a complete tool. But we're definitely excited. Miss Wolf's she's gonna be there for this show. A lot of different artists, like my guy James Lukers, they get 2 songs. You got various other artists. I don't even know all of them for sure that she gave the green light to. I know Outlaw Whiskey's one of them that gets a couple. Appalachian Moon gets a couple. I forget who else. I'd have to almost re-ask her. But anyway, there's going to be a lot of different performances. I don't think. Well, it's not 6 or 6 anymore. It's Holler Haints. They're gonna get
Yeah.
two. Um, and she's also Miss Pam's also went into a venture with Mark Bees from Holler Haints. They've just recently opened a bar grill, I guess. Um, I don't know a whole lot about it yet because they've kind of just started that process and just kind of got it open and they're kind of fine tuning everything. But I'm sure Miss Pamela is going to eventually reach out to me on that to kind of, say, hey, tell everybody about this, that, and the other, and maybe get some pictures we can show and throw up. And you never know, we may have Miss Pamela on again to kind of talk about all that stuff. There's a lot of artists that have reached out. Tumblr, he reached out. He wants to do the show again already. So we definitely got a lot of interest in both of our shows, and which is nice, and I'm enjoying that. I'm going to be doing more of the special needs shows, so look for that. It's just a couple that I tried to set up for this week. They just weren't quite ready. So I should be able to do one, I would assume, hopefully next week for sure, because I need to start playing catch up on that. But
I can't wait to
again,
get back. I can't wait to get back to get start doing podcasting on a regular basis like I used to.
yeah, because she's had a hard time. Well, as you can tell, I mean, sitting in a car is hard. It would be hard to do. I mean, obviously, we're doing it, we're making it happen, but we're also running on my platform here and my internet. That way, she don't have to worry about dropping out or any of that shit. Or at least, well, you say that and it still happens.
Well, I mean, that's when I was in the hotel using their internet.
Yeah, and it just when everyone's trying to piggyback on that shit, it just
Well,
doesn't
I
work.
also used the that one internet, the
Oh,
Travelfi. That was expensive.
oh,
Like
I didn't think you were
it,
going there. I thought you were talking about the other thing that you can do with
no,
your
it's
phone.
no. I mean, dude. The phone internet is so much better than just being outside is so much better than like the hotel internet or Travelfi. Because Travelfi, I was still having issues being dropped out sometimes.
I've never heard of Travelfly. I've never heard of them.
I mean, it's an internet that you could take anywhere. You just plug it into an outlet and take it anywhere. From what I heard, other internets were like better. Like Earthlink is supposed to be better than Travelfi, but obviously I don't have an RV to put the satellite up on.
Right.
But Travelfi, I mean, it served its purpose. I mean, it worked for me, but it was ungodly expensive. Like I said, it was $160 a month. Like,
Holy shit.
so
Yeah,
I mean,
fuck that.
yeah, I used it for like 4 or 5 months, and yeah, I couldn't afford that anymore. Like, that's expensive. Like, I can get a mobile, or not mobile, but I can get a home internet from T-Mobile for like 60, 50, $60 a month. Or I could or I could get Spectrum for $70 a month. So I mean, that's why I'm so eager to go home, because the home internet is so much cheaper than the traveling one.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm definitely eager to go home, be able to stream more. I could actually get back. Oh, I also game stream.
oh yeah, I forgot to even totally talk about that. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
another
also
thing she
started game
does.
streaming. I mean, I started in Texas, but I haven't done it for a while. But then I started again when I was in the hotels, and yeah, I can't do that now. So I'm eager to go home and get my desk set up and get everything situated.
Well, and you're also eager to sleep in a bed every fucking night, and not the damn
Well,
car.
even if I sleep on a floor until I get a bed, that'll be fine by me, because
Right.
at least I can lay flat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So again, everybody, please support people like her. Definitely. You've heard the story. I mean, she spends a lot of time in her car, which is not good, in my opinion. but she's doing it because she's got the drive. She wants this to succeed, and she's digging deep. So the very least people could do is just give a like, give a follow, because that allows us to, keep doing what we're doing, and makes us reach more people. And eventually, like I say, if you can afford it, and if you're interested and you want to support things, well, there's ways you can do that. So obviously, if we're on TikTok, they do the whole whatever those different monetary bullshit. If you're on Facebook, you can do stars. If you're not, again, she's got a website. You can actually go buy merch. I have a website. You can buy merch. By buying merch, you're actually helping support us. We make a little bit. Now, granted, I use, and she does now too, apparently, we use Fourth Wall. So the good thing about it is our website has tons of merch on there that you can look at and you can purchase. And the good thing is, at the beginning, the first of every month, any products that were sold with the logos, whether it be, her logos or my logos on my website, whatever we sell, they deposit it's kind of like I guess you'd say like a royalty fee that you make off of the products that were sold. Now, you probably do better if you did it yourself, but the good thing is you don't like, for her, it's very beneficial for her right now. She's living in her car. You heard the story. Well, now she's got a website where there's actually merch on it, but she don't have to keep that because there's nowhere she could store that right now. But people could still buy her merch through Fourth Wall, and Fourth Wall gives her a royalty, and that royalty may not be much, but every little bit, every little shirt sale, every little mug sale, whatever, slowly adds up to where at least you're making something to where over the course of the year, it may help her pay for, I don't know what platforms you need to do what you're going to do in the future with the whole Amazon stuff. You may
Right.
already have it, but the point is, there's a lot of platforms. This platform right here, StreamYard,
Yeah.
it costs me money per year. So if I'm not making, I'm not looking to make a killing. I'm just looking to make a little bit of extra money to just compensate for the expenses that are going out.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't have to move mountains. Now, for her, I would like to see her move more mountains and make better money, because eventually she wants this to be her livelihood. And whereas I'm in a position where I don't have to have it as a livelihood. I'm
Right.
just having fun. So definitely support, and get the word out to help her grow, because that way eventually maybe her dream can come true, and she can solely do nothing but podcasting and vlogging and all the other acronyms are that coincide with that. Blogging and clogging and flogging Molly. I mean, there's all sorts of
Hey,
shit.
hey, I do have a funny for you though, real quick.
Oh yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, so obviously I'm coming to see you before I go home.
Uh-huh.
So with that being said, you have an air hose.
Oh yeah, I have air hose. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, I have air hose. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to open all my car doors and air out the car, because holy crap, I've got like five dogs in this car, and it came from one. I gotta get all this dog hair out of here.
Because we both know German Shepherds shed like
Yeah, she's shedding her winter coat right now.
Yeah.
She's shedding her winter coat.
Because we sweep up at least one rabbit in the house every day of fur. I'm like, Jiminy Christmas, man. And hell, we come back from Florida and being gone a week. And boy, it took a while to play catch up on that shit. Because boy, them shepherds, man, God, that's the only thing I don't like about them, is they shed horribly. I think the dogs after this, number one, we're going to start shrinking the size, because, especially since my wife likes them on the furniture. I don't, but I lost that war. So since I was like, well, at least can we shrink the dog down, because they'll want to lay. I mean, hell, these dogs want to stretch out. Thank God we don't have a Great Dane yet, like Mike Clacy does. His dog would take up an entire damn couch. Like, I ain't got a big enough house to do that shit. So But I definitely want to look at dogs too that shed a little less because I can only imagine. We try to catch that shit, but could you imagine what it looks like in the walls and the air duct system? Holy shit!
I
I
mean,
mean,
I don't mind as long as I have a dusted broom, but it's hard to do in a car.
no, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really hard. Even vacuuming, man. It's like the hair sticks to the fabric like it's like Velcro. It's
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh.
I'm actually gonna order a brush. I saw it on Amazon, or actually not just Amazon, but they have it at pet stores. They actually have a certain brush to. It's like a rubberized brush, and it pulls it out a lot easier. Because I was like, I took the car to get vacuumed, and I'm like, dude, the shit's fucking sticking. Even the vacuum wasn't even pulling it out. And I'm like, so I actually looked it up, and they do actually make a rubberized one that because if you take your hand and rub it on the furniture, it'll come off. But I don't want to sit there and rub each chair like rub it down like crazy. So
No,
it's just
no.
easier if I
Well,
get
and a
this brush.
rubber mitt would work like you're talking about. I think I've seen those. I think
Yeah,
they make mitts, but the rubber's just sticky enough to where when you rub your hand across it, it really peels its stuff
yeah,
back.
or that. I mean, I'm gonna have to order me something like that because um, that way I can get the hair off these seats. Because
Yeah.
you're right. For some reason, fabric it really like it's like it's glued to the fabric unless unless you use friction to get it off. That's the only way you can get the hair off.
I hear you. Well, I'm
But
glad
yeah,
that I'm glad that you were on. I'm glad that I'm really the first person. I didn't know that. I mean, as many people as she's interviewed, and you heard her earlier. It's like what over 2,000
over
different interviews.
2,000. I stopped counting, but
I
yeah, it's over
mean,
2,000.
that's a lot of damn people that she's interviewed, but no one has ever interviewed her. So I'm glad that I got to be the first one. And
And believe it or not, I've actually interviewed podcasters as well too. So that's a thing.
yeah, you did well. No, when you interviewed me,
I didn't
I,
interview you.
no, you didn't. That's right. It was. I think I was on the interview when you
Yeah,
did one of them with James Luker at the very beginning, and that
yeah,
was before I was even podcasting.
yeah.
So the podcasting thing came by mistake, and that's from another band that I just podcast to try to make content to try to help grow that, and of course that went south for I still don't even know why, but whatever. I guess I'll never know. It's, sometimes I have a way of doing shit. I guess I can fuck up some shit sometimes and not even know what the hell I've done. But for all those I have wronged out there, and may not honestly, you may think I know, but maybe I don't. But for all those that I have wronged, I tip my hat and say I apologize for my wrongdoing. I'm human. I make mistakes sometimes. I mean, no one's perfect. So and I'm not claiming to be. I mean, I'm definitely trying to grow.
As far as I've seen you, you've never wronged anybody.
Well, thank you. I try not to. I'm not going to say that I haven't, or if I've wronged them, like I say, like the one I've wronged apparently, and I don't know what the hell I've done. I've racked my brain trying to figure it out, but I don't fucking know what it is, and they won't tell
Sometimes
me.
it's not
So,
you. Sometimes it's not you. Sometimes it's them.
well, and you know what? Maybe that's true too. So
A lot of
maybe it has nothing to do with me, but being
same
left in the
aspect
dark sucks. Not knowing sucks, but
same aspect as me. I've known somebody who I mean people also use people.
well, and that's true too. And I would like to think that individuals haven't, but I have a
Right.
feeling that there's been quite a few that have over the years, and
Oh yeah.
I like to help people. I'm very helpful, and I don't mind doing it, especially if I like you and care about you. I don't mind helping people do shit for nothing,
Right.
because the way I look at it is it's good karma. If you're taking care of people you care about, well, then, sooner or later in life, you're going to be the recipient that's on the shitty end of the stick.
Yep.
And it would be nice. It's nice that when you're the one that's down, you got somebody there to kind of help you back up. and say, hey, I got you, man. I got you. You know, everything, will work out or whatever. But you're right. There's some people that as long as you're doing for them, then they're cool. But as soon as you stop,
Yep.
then they don't really,
Yep.
they they don't
I've
care. Or you have a bad day and you speak out, and you say the wrong thing. There's some people that aren't willing to forgive, and
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know. That's sad.
And
I mean, the way I look at it is, I mean, I've been stubborn at times too, but I know that that's not right when I've done that, and I'm trying to
no,
change for the right,
in all aspects. I mean, especially in my case, when I actually had the bad times where I told you where I had those sores on my butt, and I actually told somebody that I was going home. I mean, I told quite a few artists here too that I was probably going to go back home because I couldn't get a job.
Yeah.
Everybody else was very, very, very heartwarming and said, well, just make sure you come back. And I'm like, oh, I will. I'm coming back, and they were concerned for my health and everything. However, I did have this one person lash out on me, and till this day that I just I don't want to have anything to do with that person. Like, they lashed out and said, well, what about this or what about that? And then, or how about how I helped you? And what difference does that make? I know you helped me. I mean, I'm coming back. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna like pass away.
Well, I hope not.
Like
You know,
I just don't understand
we
how.
don't need that.
And that's where I found out that I was being used for whatever they wanted, and if they couldn't get their way, then they were mad at me. So
Well, and and that's another bad thing too. It's like I know people sometimes get mad at each other, and I've been a proprietor of this, but with me, I get mad and I try to. I'm lucky if I stay mad 5 minutes, but I'm finally learning now that I'm getting to the point now to where it's like, yeah, I forgive. I'm not mad, but I'm done.
exactly.
So
And I never even got mad. I was like, I just don't have time for this drama.
yeah.
I don't.
So, and it sucks because, you hate when shit like that happens
Oh yeah,
because,
I just like the whole fact because I thought this person was cool and was there for me and actually cared about me. And here come to find out when I was down and I couldn't get a job and I was waiting for so long, and I mean I couldn't even sit without crying. Um, I couldn't even get out. They didn't even ask me why per se, what else is going on. I couldn't even get it out because they were yelling at me for.
right.
And at that point, I was like, why even bother? Because you're not even asking me or caring about me to even explain my situation. You're just saying, well, what about this? I helped you with this. And then, yeah, you helped me with that. I'm coming back. Like, it's not done and it's not done and forgotten. It's just, I'm going through a hard time and you apparently don't care.
Yeah. And what's bad is when you get into it with somebody that you love and you care about, and then they don't talk to you.
Yeah.
They stay distant. And it's like, you know, you reach out to them and you're like, "Hey, I'll give you some space to calm down when you're ready to talk. Let's fix this." And then when they don't, it's heartbreaking. And
Yeah.
it sucks. And then like you said, it's not like I'm going to die, but the bad thing is no one knows what tomorrow brings. What if you do? I would hate to think that, you end up losing someone in your life that you really care about, and they never bother to repair that bridge, and then one of the others pass away, and then you go to the grave angry with somebody that you shouldn't have been,
Right.
or that maybe, said something that hurt your feelings, or maybe you got upset about something and spoke out of turn. We all do it. Everybody's guilty of
Oh, yeah.
being in the wrong. I've done it. I don't know how many damn times. I mean, I am notorious for running my Keiko, and sometimes I've looked back. I mean, it's just like my wife. I've said shit over the years that I should have never said to her. And I'm trying my best now to change, to not be as bitter, to not get as upset over things. And that's easier said than done. But, I realized within this past year that I've got a lot of flaws that need to be worked around, and I've been
Right.
working on it. Now, am I going to falter? Of course I am. I'm a human. And I was so ingrained with one way of doing things that, it's not going to fix itself overnight. But the thing
Right.
is I've been putting in the effort to do it. And I'm proud of the progress I've made. I think I'm a better person now than what I was last year. Um, but I still got my quirks that I need to work out. And
Hell House is in the building.
is he?
Yep.
Hey, we showed your picture earlier, brother. Matter of fact, if you take a gander up there, oh, it'd be over here, I guess. That that's your logo you got me. So that's going to be the logo for the Off the Beaten Path podcast. So this is I'm having Miss Wolf on here because no one's ever interviewed her. So I'm glad I was numero uno. And she is number one, season 1 episode of the Off the Beaten Path podcast. So that's podcast number 3. You're going to see the logo that Hell House made me. That's going to be the logo for the Off the Beaten Path. And again, for those of you all listening, you all know I do a lot of up and coming musicians, and I also do the special needs, which is very near and dear to my heart because I love our special needs community. But I had to have, it's an achievement thing to have 3. So I was like, well, what better than to start an Off the Beaten Path? That way it kind of covers a hodgepodge of anything you want to talk about. That's if, definitely not necessarily music related or special needs related, but just other shit, whether it be small businesses like Wolf's done before, um, or like her today. Yeah, she interviews musicians like I do, but on the same token, it's more about podcasting. Her TV show that's going to be coming out and hopefully stays course of October. So those are things to look forward to. And those, to me, I was like, this is perfect for the Off the Beaten Path. So, Troy, thanks for dropping in, brother. It's good to see you. Definitely, I'm not going to be able to attend Boots Camp because I got shit going on, but I do hope that Boots Camp goes off without a hitch. And for those of you all that want to check that out, definitely you can find information. Wolf's going to be all over it, but also you can go to Troy Hellhouse's page and you can see flyers and all that stuff. So you can keep track of that show that's coming up. That way you don't forget about it. You can be there and maybe even go and support that venue when that festival occurs, which again, Wolf, say again when Boots Camp is.
July 31st and August 1st.
There you go.
In Summersville, Missouri. It's at Captain Jack's campground.
There you have it. So you got time. Definitely, that's going to be a fun time with a lots of peeps. That'll be a nice festival. So definitely, if you want something to do, check it out. And again, St. Louis, July 3rd and 4th is going to be the celebration of America's 250th B Day. So definitely check that out. And you got it, my brother. You got it. So definitely check those out. Wolf, I guess we'll get ready and wrap up. We're at the 2-hour, 7-minute mark, but I know you've got some door dashing. You got to get a nap. You got to work tonight. This young lady's she's got a lot of shit going on. She don't stop. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps on going. So we're gonna end this podcast. We're gonna let her get a little bite to eat, maybe, and maybe do a little bit of a podcast or a door dashing for herself. Before she has to take a short siesta. And then, of course, she'll be working tonight at the factory. So that's good that she's finally got all this going. That's going to help make things a little easier and hopefully get her out of the car a little faster as well. So I guess unless there's anything else you want to add, Wolf, thanks again.
I can think of. I mean, we pretty much covered everything.
And thank you again like I say, I say it all the time, but I'm very blessed that you have taught me the stuff you have taught me because you've been pivotal with my growth, and you're definitely one of the top proprietors of that. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. But until next time, that's this week's episode of the Bones Unfiltered podcast. This was the Off the Beaten Path edition, numero uno episode on season 1 with the wonderful and the dynamic Wolf from Wolf Vair Records, Wolf Vair Podcast, and Wolf Talk. So definitely check her out. She's on all platforms. Definitely, again, likes and follows, because remember, living just like some starving musicians and artists that living in her car right now, trying to make this wheels go round. So be supportive. Check out her new website. What is your new website again, Wolf? Since you got the merch up and running, what is that?
I know it's Fourth Wall. If just go to Wolf Vair Records, it's on there. Yeah,
So it's on Wolf Vair Records.
If
And
you scroll down, I have the link set up to it.
perfect. And she uses Fourth Wall like I do. And again, if you want to support my show, please go to www.bonesunfilteredpodcast.com. I have new merch as well with the Chrome logo that you see up here. I do have some merch now that has the Chrome logo and my regular logo on it. I've got everything from shirts, hoodies, hats, coffee mugs, tumblers, water things, tote bags, stickers. I don't even know. There's a bunch of different shit on there. So definitely go and check that out. You may may like a shirt, and if you buy it and purchase it, like I say, at the first of the month, whether you're purchasing from me or from Wolf, you any sales that we make on our Fourth Wall accounts at the beginning of each month, Fourth Wall always kind of does like a royalty reimbursement. So it allows us to make some money without having to have stock, which is very beneficial for her right now because, as you've seen, she's been living in a car. Where are you going to put merch? So she's got to have room for clothes and the dog and her and all the other shit. So
I don't want to give
could help her
that has
out.
dog hair on it.
Say that again.
I don't want to give out merch that has dog hair on it.
That would be. Yeah. Well, you never know. You could start collecting her hair, and then maybe you could weave it into like a wolf shirt. So it would be like real fur, a real fur shirt. That's so stupid.
No thanks.
Somebody might buy it. Somebody might be like, "Ooh, that's kind of weird. It feels like real hair." It's because it was straight from a dog. But anyway. But anyway, thanks again for being on the show. Thanks for everybody who did drop in and leave a message. Again, all of you all, I appreciate the support immensely for both myself and for Wolf, because Wolf's been doing this even longer than I have. So, I mean, she's eating a lot of crow to succeed, and I really hope that she succeeds sooner than later. So she's got a good show, good product. Definitely check it out. So until then, you be careful tonight, door dashing and working, but it's good to see you. And
of course, you have to end it with a jet.
And we have to end it with a jet, that's our flyover. Well, and we had that stupid gate that where, it's always, you heard that sound for a while.
I'm by an airport, so.
Well, if people know now that there ain't no editing with me, I definitely need to learn how to do that too, but.
Well, Chloe, I don't know.
I don't even know if I want to, though.
Chloe even barked during. I don't know if you heard it.
No. Oh, she did?
Yeah, she did bark at one point.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
I'm so used to my dogs barking, I guess I just totally didn't even hear it. But anyway, well, until next time, that ends this episode. This will be uploaded to Buzzsprout when I'm done. So hopefully within the next 24, 48 hours, you will be able to find this podcast if you're so wanting to listen to it on all the major platforms like Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and there's like a shit ton of others. Plus, it's always going to remain on YouTube, both video and audio. So check out my YouTube at Bones42323. You will be able to find any podcasting if you want to watch it and listen to it. Other than that, they're all audio based. So please download and give us a listen. We greatly appreciate it. So until next time, this is Bones saying peace and be good or be good at it. And then Miss Wolf, again, thank you so much for everything you've done and for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me and interviewing me.
Hell yeah. Well, you be careful. Peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.
And that's going to